I hadn't seen this tweet, but I thought it was pretty funny. So this is Lord Ni. I mean, arguably the greatest Tekken player of all time. You know, I think his track record speaks for itself. I would say Arslan is #1, but you know, it's subjective. I got a lot of claims yesterday after I talked. So you can't really dismiss this guy's opinion immediately, in my opinion. You can't just say, oh, you're wrong. You have to lend some weight to his words. I got a lot of claims yesterday after I talked about Xiaoyu's duck AOP. So that's the, when she is in Art of Phoenix, you know, she presses down 1+2, she goes down. Oh! And when she does that, not only does she go down her hurt box, but she also does a slight step to the right as well. A lot of people forget about this. But then you can press down when she is in that stance and she ducks even more. And it seems like in this game, I don't know why they did this, but they basically made her invincible. It's like she doesn't even have a hitbox anymore. It's really frustrating. So I got all the claims yesterday about Xiaoyu's duck AOP. Almost Xiaoyu. I glanced at this so quickly. But of course it was mainly Xiaoyu mains not being happy with what Lord Ni is saying. Where have I seen this before? Anytime I've ever talked about Lei, Xiaoyu, Nina, it's these almost cult-like communities that these waifu characters have. Like, it's always the less popular characters. It's always a waifu, and it's like they have this attachment to the character that is almost like you're like, what? You're defending her like she's your girlfriend or something. I guess when I criticize Nina, it's the biggest backlash I ever fucking got. I said, like, you know what? You guys kept saying Nina is the hardest character in the game, but you can sort of just spam strings to get to Emperor rank. And then it gets slightly more difficult, and they were like, I've never been threatened as much on Discord and shit, and I was like, Jesus Christ. It was almost like you criticized them as people. But I started to realize that, like, oh, this character is like the basis for your existence. Like, nothing else really exists for you in the world. It's just this character. It's just, I don't know, it's a weird phenomenon. Okay, so mainly Xiaoyu players get upset. But was I wrong to say it? The duck... Of course it's not wrong. The duck AOP's avoid is too much. Yeah, it's too evasive. And again, I saw this yesterday. I played Devil Jin. I posted this short to YouTube, but I hit her with a down back 2. And I'm what? I'm +3, right? And then I do a while standing 4. And while he's -3, right? In terms of frames, he does an AOP and he evades my while standing 4. And then he launches me. And I'm just like, you know, it's just... Something's wrong with this. There's so many things wrong about this character right now. But yeah, let's just say this is one of them. And since the AOP has sidestep right attached, right? If you do sidestep AOP, you can avoid the move of catching sidestep right. So normal AOP is enough. Exactly. Normal AOP, you don't even have to add the duck and you're gonna smoke everyone. And so here's the clip of him doing a lot of mids with Jin. Down forward 4 just goes over. He's not, note that he's not even ducking here. Down forward 4, back 4, forward 4. And here's the duck, and it goes under forward 3, as you do. Goes under back forward 2, as you do. Note that when she's ducking like that, she can even go under some lows. She will even go under some lows. It sounds like I'm bullshitting, but it's... you will see it. Like, it sounds like I'm making it up. I can assure you it's not bullshit. She can go under lows. Oh wow, back 3 almost hits grounded. That's how low that mid connects. Almost hits grounded. That's the tool you use to pick up, you know, to reset combos and shit. But to be fair, this is Dragunov mains against pretty much any character. This is what it looks. This was Tekken 7. Dragunov mains, if your opponent was simply crouching, this is what it looked like. But, you know, they've done a lot to fix this problem, though, for him. You know, Dragunov mains ain't complaining no more. Yeah. Yeah, it's basically, you go invincible, and then there's no recovery on that dock, and they immediately do upward free to launch you. But you just know something's wrong when the Xiaoyu, when I'm playing against the Xiaoyu and I just hit her with something and he's quite minus, does he block? No, no. Oh, I got hit or I blocked. Either I block or I get hit. Just mash AOP and get out of jail for free in any fucking situation. So this is sidestep right AOP, which is a really strong defensive flowchart. And here's the man of the hour. This is what I wanted to get to. Knee, stop crying about Xiaoyu and learn the matchup. It takes balls, I think, to say that to Knee. Because God knows that man has a lot of matchups to learn. I mean, he got Tekken God Omega on every single character in Tekken 7, but anyone could do that, you know. This guy, he did it in Treasure Battle. And that's just as difficult. I didn't see you cry. Well, he probably did, though. Zafina was bullshit. Yeah, this guy fucks. I didn't see you cry about Zafina like this before. How do I know this guy's a Xiaoyu main? Or your character, Fang. Well, Fang was bullshit. At some point, you had evasion mechanics. Well, also, yeah. If you can't pick up and main strong Xiaoyu, then you should stop complaining like a spoiled baby. I'm pretty sure Ni got Omega with Xiaoyu in Tekken 7. I'm pretty sure Ni could play a top 0.00001% Xiaoyu. If he wanted to. It would take him all but half an hour, I think, to get really good with Xiaoyu. You should stop complaining like a spoiled babe. Well, when you say this to arguably the greatest player in the world, what you're saying is there's never any legitimate concern to complain about anything. And no one should ever complain about anything, right? Did you know that even if you learn the matchup, this character is horribly fucking bullshit? At its current state in Tekken 8. Did you know that even if you learned the Akuma matchup in Tekken 7, it wasn't magically fair? Even if you knew the matchup, that character was absolute fucking bullshit. But it must be nice being one of these Xiaoyu mains, and I've always talked about them. Like, the equivalent for me, I mean, when I played Marduk in Tekken 7, I loved the character, he's super fun to play, but was I always aware of the fact that I was throwing the most awful, toxic fucking shit towards my opponent? Even if you know the matchup, Marduk is just torture to play against. It's fucking torture to play against. And do you know what I did? I actually felt empathy towards my opponents, and I was like, they told me, gotta fucking hate Marduk, and I was like, yeah, you know what? He's fucking bullshit. I like playing him, but yeah, he's fucking bullshit. But I've never, ever heard a Xiaoyu say that. I've never, ever seen a Giga Chad Xiaoyu main say, yeah, you know what? She's kinda cheap. Do you know how much I would respect that? I'd be like, yeah, play whatever character you want. Yeah, she's OP. That's fine. Play her. But stop it with this cuck mentality of learn the matchup, just learn the, have you learned her, learn the matchup. It's like, just take a step back and say, yeah, you know what? I like Xiaoyu, but yeah, she's kind of BS. I agree. You know what you can do? Try and think about this. Try and lab your, you know, your poke options to hit her out of AOP. Well, that's what you could say in Tekken 7. You could say, well, you can lab your options. What mid checks are you going to use to hit her out of AOP? You can't do that anymore because Tekken developers decided to make AOP sort of invincible, right? So, oh god, how do I back out here? But yeah, I wish Xiaoyu players would grow a nutsack and not be permanent victims all the time. And characters like these, they just go under the radar all the time. And it's because she's not popular. Very few people play this character. No one gives a shit, you know. So they just fly under the radar. It's a bit like Zafina and Tekken 7. Like, no one played the character, so I had dumb shit fucking forever. And no one really gave a shit. It's like Xiaoyu, I've talked to one lovely Xiaoyu player who visits my stream a lot, and he's very good, Mr. FF. And according to him, she was complete bullshit in the beta network test. She's complete bullshit. But instead they nerf a character like Kazuya, he loses sidestep free, for example. And Xiaoyu just keeps, you know, the absolute dumbest shit possible. There's Hypnotist. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, so we just talked about how AOP is absolute bullshit in this game. She goes pretty much invincible. And then she'll do something like this, or just fucking launch you. And then she has a high damage. That used to be the problem with Xiaoyu. Like, you had the best panic buttons. You have insane evasion. I mean, you know how evasive she is. And then, you know, you do safe lows because you can do a parry afterwards for some reason here, so you can't punish this low. But, you know, there's a ton of just dumb shit with this character. But what they did is they gave her damage. I like that when they did that to Yoshi, with Tekken 8 Yoshi. He got some well-deserved buffs, Yoshi, I think. He did no damage in Tekken 7, he did like 50-55 damage combos, now he suddenly has combo damage. Cool. But I think it's a bit different with Xiaoyu, when the character, if she wants to, she goes invincible. She has the most annoying strings, she has insane panic buttons, she has like absolutely batshit crazy Oki. A lot of people don't know this, but she has like the best fucking Oki after someone like King, Marta, Kazuya. She has these Oki tech traps. Well, I don't play this character, so I can't show them to you. But you know, she does, you do a tech roll and she jumps into... How do I do the big flip? Who cares? She has some of the best Oki in the game. So when you buff the damage of that character to this extent, where she does like twice the damage she did in Tekken 7, I'm not sure that's a good way to go. And then she didn't have very dangerous mix-up utility in terms of 50-50, but then they keep, ever since Tekken 7, they keep giving her big sweeps. And then her heat is absolutely brutal, and it's much due to this string. Forward 2-1-2. I mean, you see the damage on this string. This is unnatural, and I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong, this string is +2 on block. So +2 on block. So this is forward 2-1-2, and then you can do forward 2-1 into Hypnotist, and now you're dealing with the most oppressive mix-up in the game, I would say. So here, blop blop, again she's in heat. She presses the 2 button here, so this is a heat engager, and in heat it's a launcher, right? And this move, it's completely uninterruptible here, on a hit, right? If you block that, she's -4 with pushback. -4 with pushback. But the most absurd part is that if she presses free here, she has a sweep. Do you see the damage of a sweep? Do you see this follow-up? That's guaranteed. Into Oki, by the way, because if you quick stand, you get a back turn. Right? The best part is that this is a homing, unseeable sweep. Unseeable. 20 frame startup. If you block this sweep, she's -12. -12. And again, hilarious is that she doesn't have to put you into the blender straight away. If she takes one step, this now launches. One step. Launching. Launching. And even though it launches, it's still minus 12. It's still minus 12. Homing low, unseeable. So this is also something Nia's talked a lot about, where he says he doesn't know how to defend against the character. Because she has so many ways of going into the best mix-up in the game. You can do 4-2-1 like this, or you can take a quick 10-frame poke like this, take one step, and now it's... Yeah, I mean, it's basically an unseeable snake edge that's minus 12 on block. She has many, many ways of going into Hypnotist and putting you in this blender. And then, of course, I don't remember. How do I do Waning Moon? They gave her a launching throw as well. I'm not entirely sure she needs it. What's the input for Waning Moon? Yeah, exactly. They nerfed Yoshi. Like, I don't know. Oh, right, it's the old throw input. So here it's a 1+2 break. But, you know, it's a full launcher for 80 damage. 80 damage from a throw. And again, in a game where throws are homing, and if you press into this throw, it's an 8-frame break window. Tiny Twig Xiaoyu, I mean, on a good day, she weighs 80 pounds, right? But of course, she's got a throw game. I mean, not on par with King, but I mean, it's not... Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not far off, but... Should she have a throw this strong? And of course... how do you... I don't know how to do it, but she can jump into a throw mix-up. Where she does a little skip. You might have seen this. And then she does a throw. And here she can mix up Waning Moon. She can mix up Waning Moon with a normal throw. And it's an unseeable mix-up. Because the 1 break or 2 break is gonna look like the 1+2 break. It's a 50-50. Back turned 4-2-3. Oh, that's... Oh, God. Oh, right. And her Heat Smash puts you in that blender. This Heat Smash. Into Hypnotist. It's plus 18 into Hypnotist. Brutal. So here's the skip into Waning Moon. And how do I skip into a normal throw? Ah, forward 3-4. Do you see this? This, you can only take a guess. It's like the King Giant Swing Shining Wizard situation. You have to guess the throw break. This is a 50-50. So either I do this. This is a 1 or a 2 break. Break this by pressing 1 or 2. And this you have to press 1+2, but it looks the same. Waning Moon. So, yeah, it's just the character is just beyond busted. So yeah, I'm hoping she gets toned down in a future balance patch. Because otherwise, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. Anytime I run into her in ranked, I have to play 3 times as good as the player piloting Xiaoyu to win. I have to play 3 times as good. Most of the time, they just rely on flowcharts. So if you can beat those flowcharts, you'll definitely beat the player because he's relying on the character to do all of the work. But if he's just doing bare minimum, you're climbing a goddamn mountain, like, to get the win. Yeah, taxman Xiaoyu. Yeah, if I encounter Xiaoyu or I encounter June, I just pay my taxes. Here are some ranked points. Hope I don't see you in a while. And then, you know, you get a couple of wins, you play a certain matchups you know, which is the majority of characters, you know, and then it's a June. Taxman shows up again. Hey, you're late on your taxes. I need more points. And you pay your points, you know. You pay your taxes and then you go on to the next one.